Hello, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're doing really well today. So it's not a beer review, it's not an unboxing, it's a what did I bring home from Brussels. So yes, I've just come back from a weekend in Brussels with Rachel. We had a fantastic time. And of course, it's about the beers. The reason I wanted to go to Brussels was about the beer, because the Belgians just produce some of the best beer in the world by far. However, Rachel's not a beer drinker, so I didn't want to make it all about me. So we did go and see some sights. We did have a good walk around the city and saw some beautiful places and learned a bit of history about Brussels as well. So that was fantastic. One of the highlights was the beer experience in Brussels in this beautiful building, all dedicated to the history of Belgian beer, and that was fantastic. There, I only did one video in there. I'm always a bit iffy about filming in locations like that, and I'm there to enjoy it rather than viewing it through a camera. So I mainly just take away the memories in my head, but there was one little bit I did film, so I will share that with you. I might include it in this, or I might just do it as an individual video. But anyway, we had an amazing time, and also one of the highlights there was the Delirium Village. What a fantastic place the Delirium Village is. The array of beers was just incredible. If you look at my community page, you'll see that I put a photograph up of the beer flight, which was a meter of beer, gorgeous beer on there. Some of those beers that I've had before, but still a good experience and thoroughly enjoyed it. But the actual bars inside the Delirium Village are just fantastic, so well decorated with absolutely full of Belgian beer memorabilia, especially Delirium memorabilia as well. Just the atmosphere in there was fantastic. The people in there, the staff were amazing, and all the customers were all in good spirits. They're all drinking good beer, and it was fantastic. You know, everyone having a real good time, which was great. And also, I can't get my words out. There was these little quirky places that you could sit in there. One of those is in the video that I just put up earlier on today. But yeah, amazing place. If you like Belgian beer, go to Brussels. Go to the Delirium Village. I mean, the array of beer you can get just everywhere in Brussels is fantastic, but the Delirium Village is the place to go. There's also a fantastic beer shop there called the... Oh, why do I forget things so much? Beer Temple. A beer shop just dedicated to everything Belgian beer-wise, and the range was phenomenal. So that's where all these beers have come from via too. The range is phenomenal. You've just got to look at something. I'll have that. Otherwise, you could just spend days in there just trying to work out what's what and pick out beers. They had some great merchandise as well in there. Staff in there were fantastic as well. But what a fantastic shop! And I love my glasses, as you can see. In there, the shop's large. It is a big shop. But from one wall right the way across to the end wall, floor to ceiling, different types of Belgian glasses, probably for every type of Belgian brewer that is out there. Enormous amount of glassware in there. I could have spent a fortune just on glassware, but I'm running out of space in here. And I'm thinking about changing it up in here as well. So before I come on to the beer, let's do that while I'm thinking about it. So yes, they sold merchandise as well. So I did pick up a sign. Delirium Nocturnum sign. The light's reflecting on that. Let's do it that way. There you go, you can see it. So that's going to go up, and it could replace the Guinness sign. I can't put it that side because there's not enough space because of the size of it, but it's pretty much the same size as that. But that leads me to this question. Even though I've bought some more glasses, I want to see what your views are on this. This backdrop, the ceiling colour white, I think has got to change as well. But the backdrop of what you can see, what are your views on it? Tell me honestly what your views are, because whilst I love my glass collection, most of these glasses, a lot of them have meanings to me, and there's reasons why I've bought and picked up some of these glasses. But I'm thinking about changing this back wall, certainly this back wall. I'm thinking about going a little bit declutter. Not I find it particularly cluttery, but I'm thinking about decluttering that back wall. The ceiling I think's got to be painted, and going minimalistic on that back wall with just Chris's beer review signs. That was a gift from a great bunch of people, so I always want that to be in view. Otherwise it's a bit pointless, really. So, and then maybe just a couple of signs, and all the glasses that you can see go. they're not going to go. They're going to probably go all, I'm just going to probably fill that wall with them. But just going a bit more minimalistic on this back wall and getting some nice kind of LED lights in the corners that give off a nice kind of a glow. Just changing the ambiance, really. I think I'm just getting to the point where I like it in here. It is my favourite, one of my favourite places, but I think it needs a revamp. It served a purpose well, but does it need a revamp? Let me know, honestly, what your thoughts are. I like this colour. I need to get some blinds on those doors because you can see on the Chris's Beer Review signs the reflection of the doors. So I need to put some type of blinds across those doors as well. So let me know what you think about the back wall. Change it, leave it. What are your views? Let's get onto the beer because that's really what you're here for. So you've seen the Delirium sign. We've had a chat about that. Yeah, give it a slide. Let's put that somewhere else. Let's put that down there for now. Okay, so this I actually picked up in where you get the train, the Euro style, in duty free. And this was about €16 for a big glass and 4 bottles of Omea beer. And the glass is lovely. And €16 I think is a pretty good price for this. When you look at some of the box sets that are for sale, Belgian beer box sets that are for sale in the UK, are quite often £20 plus and they're upwards and more. So yeah, lovely glass, really like that Omea glass. And there's 4 bottles of the same beer, which I did think they might be different Omea beers, but they are all the same. They are their traditional blonde coming in at 8% ABV. So there's that. So there's me saying I want to get rid of this, potentially move this. I've got another glass. I did buy a glass on the beer shop, but I didn't go silly. I've only come back with 2 glasses. Right, let's look at the beer. There is one beer that I'm not going to show you because the name on it is fantastic and it just have more of an impact if I just review it and you see that name for the first time. If I show you on here, then when I do the video, it's going to lose its impact. So I want that one sitting over there on the shelf to be a bit more of a surprise and have an impact. So what we got here, we have the Affligem Triple coming in at 9% ABV. I'm sure you've probably seen Affligem in the UK. Certainly Trembling Madness sell Affligem. Beers of Europe, they sell Affligem. And I do actually have an Affligem glass there as well. But I haven't had an Affligem for a very, very long time. So I picked that one up. Let's put that. Oh, you're not going to be able to see them anyway because I've got the camera. This one's got a great name as well. This is Baby Jesus. 10% ABV. And this, I believe, is a porter. If I remember rightly when I was reading it. I'm sure it is. Yes, it's right on the front. A Imperial Porter, Baby Jesus from the Nerzert Brewery. What a great name. Cool little artwork on there as well. And there is Baby Jesus. So I had to pick that up. I had to pick that up just based solely on the name. Buy with my eyes. Duvel, I love Duvel beers. I think Duvel beers are great and we can get them in supermarkets in the UK. But I've not had the Duvel Imperial Blonde coming in at 10%. So I had to have that. That's definitely going to get reviewed. And then we have the Adrian Brouwer Oaked Strong Dark, 10% ABV. I'm guessing this is a oak barreled beer. 10% ABV, just like the artwork on it. Beer of Belgium, yes, we know that. Yeah, not a lot I can say about it. I just picked it up and like the artwork. It's just pretty cool. There you go. The dude on the front. I like him. Very good. Next. Again, just like the label on this one. Very simple, very straightforward, which means the beer is probably going to be very good. The Whitcap Peter Triple. There's a lot of triples in this. I didn't buy a serious amount of beer. I think only about 12 bottles in total. And that looks very kind of, you can't see it, but I know it's in a brown bottle, but it looks like it's going to have a bit of a haze to it. What can I say about that? Not a lot. 7.5% ABV. Great brewery name. Slagmundler. It's probably not pronounced that. I don't know if you can see it where my finger is. There you go. Slagmundler. Great brewery name. Okay. Then we have a Donker. I love the double beers, Donker styles, and this is just simply called Donker, which is a 7.1%. Again, just simple artwork appealed to me. They did have in there the West Fretland 12, which is meant to be like the best beer in the world. 330ml bottle. I wasn't. Whilst I spent some money, I was not spending €15 on a bottle for it. I've seen people review it, and I'm not convinced it is the best beer in the world with some of the reviews I've seen. But yeah, they had West Fretland 12 in there, but it might have even been €18 for a 330. I'm not paying it. That's just crazy. Next, another just simple looking bottle, Gold Triple, 9.8%, brewed and bottled in Germany, Korsendorf. The Korsendorf brewery looks very Trappist like. Yes, it is actually. Monastery. Gold Triple. There you go. So there was lots of beers in there. Some just had real flamboyant artwork, which I do enjoy and I do like it, and some crazy names. But I'd also like the simple ones as well. And this one, I'm really looking forward to this one. The Vivian Smoked Porter, coming in at 7% ABV. That I'm really interested in. What's the price on that? €3.15. That, really looking forward to that. A smoked Belgian porter. I think that could be epic. Then we've picked up one of my favourites from Castile, and this is a 750ml bottle. Just one of my favourite Belgian beers is their chocolate quad. I have reviewed it. Go back on my channel, you'll see my review of that. But look at the size of that. Fantastic. And that was €12, which I don't think is a bad price for a 750 of Castile's Barista Chocolate Quad. That is a glorious beer. And I've reviewed it. I know Paul's beer reviews, he reviewed it and he loved it. In fact, I might even have, the bottle he had, I think I bought for him. I'm fairly sure I did. But yeah, big 750ml bottle. Love that. I'm pretty sure at some point next week, because I'm back at work tomorrow, I'm sure at some point next week I'll hook up with Paul and we'll be drinking that. And then the last bottle is a Chimay Grand Reserve 2024. Again, 750ml bottle. Glorious bottle. That was only €9. Incredible value for a 750ml bottle. This comes in at 9% ABV. Did I say the ABV of that? That's 11%, just in case I didn't say it. So yeah, looking forward to that. Probably another one that I'll enjoy with Paul. We do quite often. Well, if he goes to Brussels, I know he's been a few times, and we're going to go together before this year's over for sure. But he always brings back a 750ml bottle, and he always comes over here and we share it together and have a great evening, chatting nonsense and drinking great beer. So again, this one no doubt is a return to Paul, if you like, for when he brings them over. But I'm sure we could probably get through those. That's all we're going to need in an evening is to get through those, and it'd be messy, but we have a great time talking beer related stuff. So yeah, I absolutely understand Paul's passion for Brussels. He's been a good few times, and unfortunately he couldn't come with me on this one, but we are going to look at going again, going together and really enjoying it. But yeah, fantastic time in Brussels. This video has gone on for way too long, but let me know your thoughts on that back wall. What do you think? Do you think leave it or change it? You let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you very soon for a beer review. Take care. See you soon.